Hello?
Yo,
Okay, all right.
what's going on, brother?
I know what's going on with you, my guy.
Same old, man. Just another day, another dollar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We back for another Head for the Heels podcast, and we got some nice little topics to talk about this week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, got like a lot of them, right?
Yeah. Um. So normally we get to the celebs or we start with the sports, and then we'll just knock all of them out the way. But yeah, I just wanted to start it off by shouting out Kobe Bryant, man. Been gone for 2 years now. His time seemed like it just be super flying, bro.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. Like when they was mentioning it and came up, like, dang, it's been 2 years already.
Already, you know what I'm saying? Like, dang. But shout out to him and his daughter Gianna Bryant, as well as the others that aren't as popular or celebrity status or whatnot for losing their lives in that helicopter crash.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
I just wanted to start off like that. You have any thoughts on that?
Nah, man. Just definitely sad, sad situation, man. And like you said, you covered it by saying, um, well wishes to everybody that was involved in it, not just Kobe and Gianna, man. It was definitely sad and unfortunate, and just amazed how time flies with stuff like that, man.
Right, right. Definitely crazy how it's been 2 years. It seemed like we were just remember we kind of linked up in that other the day after or something like that.
Yeah, matter of fact, cause that, yeah, our Facebook memories were, and I just seen the picture we had
Yep.
doing the ball out for Kobe.
Hmm. And damn, 2 years though.
Yeah,
Lots happened since then.
yeah, man.
Um. So I guess jumping into the topics, since we were on the subject of death, then we had another death this week as Regina King's son committed suicide at the age of 26. Now they did say something about him posting some cryptic tweets. I was trying to search, but I couldn't find. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But only 26 years old. We all know Regina King, actor extraordinaire. And it seems like, especially during the pandemic, since especially the beginning part of the pandemic where everything was shut down, so it was really no excuse but to kind of like notice this kind of stuff going on. But there's a lot of mental health things going on right now in the world. It's hard times for everybody, you know what I mean?
yeah,
But this is kind of you would think like in this kind of position. I mean, he was a budding actor and seems to be pretty decent at what he was doing. You know what I mean?
hmm
Um, your parents are a successful actor. You gotta think that money doesn't play a part in this, or whatever it is. It's just pure like I don't know. What do you think is like the thing with so many young celebrities like committing suicide and stuff?
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. It's like just tons of stress, pressure to live up to, like, what I'm saying, your great parents' name or whatever. I don't know. They might be dealing with a load of stuff that I'm just not privy to. You know what I'm saying? As
Right,
outside looking in, you could be maybe lack of word insensitive and think, oh man, they got it made. Why you know what I'm saying? But you
right,
never know what somebody dealing with.
right. Yeah, I can completely agree with that. Um, hopefully going forward, I hate to, kind of make these people sound like sacrifices, but hopefully this could continue to like just continue to raise the awareness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, check on your peoples, check on your folks. You never know what somebody's going through, and the thing with that is like normally people when they go through stuff, a lot of people don't like talking about it anyway, and,
Yeah.
and they like to put on the fake smile and act like everything's okay. So you kind of just want to like hopefully somebody well enough where you can pick up on little things. You know what I mean?
Right. So everybody, you know what I'm saying? I know it's a daunting task. You can't catch everything. Like, Teddy was saying. You know what I'm saying? But like, if you do pick up like extremely easy clues, you know what I'm saying? Once you go to your day to days and check up on people, you know what I'm saying? Make sure a better effort of just like making sure that person is good. Maybe if you don't have that relationship with somebody, hey man, you know Mark didn't look too hot. You know, anything going on? Oh yeah, Mark is dealing with this, and then you know what I'm saying, and see if you can get that person some help. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Correct.
Just be vigilant.
Correct. Couldn't agree more. And so, definitely want to like just keep some type of, like you said, tab connection. Make sure everything's on the up and up, and because there's way too many people resorting to this and just giving up on life. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um, so I guess we could slide into the rest of the celebrity news. So I guess it's a little tidbit, and when I talk about this, I want to get your opinion on something. So Young Blue, artist Young Blue, was recently arrested after allegedly getting in a shootout with somebody who was attempting to rob his home. Now this isn't, technically there's no ill will for Young Blue or anything like that. So my question to you is, should people be arrested for defending their own properties and home?
they definitely shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? It's like, especially if it's a clear cut case, if you can prove it, you got the cameras and all that. But you know what I'm saying? Like you said, if somebody's in your property and shit, you can kind of prove it and shit. You shouldn't be arrested for that shit. Like motherfuckers trying to hurt me. That's why like some of them rules don't be understand laws and shit. I'm like, oh, I'm trying to defend myself. Like what the fuck? Like avoid jail time. I gotta get killed or get harmed by this person or some shit. Like that's some bullshit.
Right. Yeah. And, I really, I guess I don't know what the laws is as far as like this goes, but this is really ridiculous. Like,
Yeah,
especially when they say shootout, which means that said person trying to rob started shooting.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So I kind of feel like everything should be thrown out the window, but hopefully it's just maybe just a formality. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we gotta take you in and fingerprint you. And once we get your statements, then it is what it is. You know what I mean?
yeah. Hopefully, it doesn't proceed too much behind this, and like I guess it'd be like just the dumb shit with like certain states, and I guess they just don't play that gun shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That shit
Yeah.
just it's just dumb though. Man, I get it for like regular day shit, but like, oh, I should be able to protect my house.
Right. Especially somebody's trying to rob.
Yeah,
Come on. So, free Young Blue. And I mean, assuming we have, this is the story, and then because it could be a whole different narrative.
right,
Like
right,
he done robbed somebody for something, and they coming to get it back. You know what I'm saying?
right. Yeah, I'm about to say this is a different breed. I'm a little bit familiar with it. Like, dang, this nigga supposed to be R&B, right? He's a gangsta R&B
Yeah.
nigga.
But I mean, Ray J kind of proved that. Even
Yeah, he
even
was one of the first.
mhm.
I guess I don't know. You get your Bobby Browns and all that shit. Yeah, but he one of them ones.
Facts. So I guess we can get into one of the little caveats of today's topics, and we got a little bit more details on this Activision coming over to Microsoft, man. And the statement is that the next three Call of Duty games will be released on PlayStation, which will be whatever the installment is for this year, 2022. The installment for late next year, 2023, and then also presumably, official date, early 2023 or Warzone 2. So after that, then Call of Duty will be exclusive to Microsoft. So my question to you is, before we even get into the real question, I got a pop up question. Do we really need a Warzone 2?
Uh, I would say no. Cause like all the other battle royale games, they just update shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They
Right.
have some type of creative way. You know what I'm saying, to change the map if that's what you're doing in Warzone 2 or whatever.
Correct.
I don't think you need it, but like we'll wait to see what it is and see if it needed a whole another what's the name game. Because I'm about to say that unless I don't know what they're gonna do. Because Warzone is free to play, so
Correct.
if they keep it free to play, then I don't know. I don't know why they're doing it, but we shall see. Because them motherfucking upgrades and updates and shit be big as hell anyway.
Facts. Yeah. So I mean, this could be this would be PlayStation's final Call of Duty gifts. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So of course they're probably going to try to milk it for all it's worth before jumping ship out and all that. And then we talked about it when we first heard this news on the last pod. Whether they would go exclusive or not. So it does seem like they are going exclusive. So have to ask you again. You said PlayStation needed to revive some of these games, so now this is serious. You got a little time. You got about not even 3 years, because it's 3 games. It's one of those Tupac situations where you going to drop the 2 games in 1 year, and you got to the end of next year. What do you do?
Man, you gotta probably maybe counteract it, like you said, buy some of the other studios and put pressure back on Microsoft. Like I'd be fucking sick, but I thank goodness I got it now. But like think about next year, if they was to buy 2K,
Mm,
man, you know what I'm saying, or Grand Theft Auto or something, you know what I'm saying?
right,
I'd be sick, bro. It's like, god damn, it's like reminiscence of the streaming wars, but way more expensive. Like how, like, damn, I gotta go to Hulu to watch this, I gotta go to Netflix to watch this, but damn, I gotta go to Xbox to play this, and I gotta go to Sony to play that. You know what I'm
right.
saying? That's way more expensive. These systems are expensive, and you gotta get online monthly subscription. That shit adds up, bro.
Facts.
But yeah,
Yeah.
they gotta do something, man.
And the window isn't as big as we thought it would be. It's next year.
Yeah, and I want to give that to give it kudos to you. You called it. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it makes sense to spend that amount of money for a game to be cross-platform. Like you said, they're going for the juggler, trying to kill Sony, put some pressure on Sony. You know what I'm saying? You pay that much for a company and the big dog, you want exclusive.
Yeah. So now I know we talked about this the last part too, and this is gonna hurt Sony. But like do you really, and I know we said it, but do you really possibly see like Sony going under? Because now this is like a realistic thing. You know what I mean?
I mean, if it does, it'll take a while. You know what I'm
Yeah, of
saying?
course, of course.
Call of Duty is definitely a huge title, IP, and losing that, and along with some of the other games too. But I mean, it's possible, like you said. But you just got to see what they do with it and shit. If I was them, I'd put more pressure on it. I would delay the Warzone 2 jump. Because I'm about to say it don't make no sense. Because I'm about to say if they get Warzone 2, are you gonna take it out the store? And Bama just can't play it after. You know what I'm saying? So I would delay that. I wouldn't even give them that unless I don't know the logistics of any type of deal they got. But I wouldn't even get Warzone 2 because that's more what people playing anyway. As far as Call of Duty right now, you know what I'm saying? So if
That
you want to
is
cripple the other console, I would take Warzone away from
that is correct. That's a very smart catch right there too. So, and I doubt, because like you said, there isn't even a really a need for a Warzone 2. So I doubt it's going to be a Warzone 3.
them.
Um, so another tidbit. Moving on, we have WWE striking a deal with Disney, in which they're agreeing to an exclusive pack to carry WWE Network. Now, when I first read this, I didn't see this part. So this is just going to be WWE Network. They're going to carry WWE's network in Indonesia.
Oh, okay.
So this says the deal will make WWE Network available on Disney Plus starting this weekend with the Royal Rumble. So yeah, it wasn't for over here. So we're still going to be subjected to the Peacock. Pause.
Mm-hmm.
Um, how do you feel about WWE strikes yet another deal? How do you feel?
It's I don't know. It's interesting. Like I just don't know what's really going on in WWE.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're just putting their content everywhere, and how we talked off it. I'm more surprised that Disney getting into bed with WWE. You know what I'm saying? They seem to be real cognizant of what type of content they want to be put under their umbrella. Like we just talked about the Lizzie McGuire stuff, maybe being too grown for them. I don't
Yeah.
know how they like WWE with the violence and sometimes blood and stuff like that.
Especially over there in Indonesia, because I think they're real strict about that kind of stuff as well.
Right. So like yeah, that's a good point too. So I don't see how this like makes sense and fits in, but I don't know. Maybe the big wigs know something we don't know.
Yeah, that's true too. So all the rest of the topics that I have are pretty much sports, so we're gonna wait to get into it. So what regular topics did you have on your end?
Okay. The what's like usually the 3-4 year bout Cardi B versus Tasha K defamation of character lawsuit
Mm-hmm.
has came to a decision as of what like earlier this week.
Mm-hmm.
Cardi B won the suit. I think like the base money she won was like maybe like 1.5, but then when you add in lawyer fees and other fees, she's up to like $3 to $4 million that Tasha K has to pay back. Tasha K is a blogger that's been like spreading all these rumors and false stories about Cardi B. And like the crazy thing is like Cardi B gave her a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, take this stuff down. You know what I'm saying? And Tasha K was just like, F you, no, I ain't taking it down.
Right.
And so Cardi B was like, okay, you want to do that? You want to keep talking about my family, my baby? I'm coming after you. So how do you feel about this? Like, how do you feel about Tasha K getting the opportunity and ignoring it?
What kind of? You said she's a blogger, right?
Yeah,
Is she like
YouTube
a?
blogger.
Is she like well known, top tier, trying to make a name? Like,
I would say so, yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Might not have reached our level because we're not really into gossip for real.
uh-huh.
But she's a pretty big blogger though. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you search her name on YouTube, like a lot of content comes up and stuff like that. And to reach, you know what I'm saying, Cardi level, you know what I'm saying? Kind of making some, some little waves out here.
Okay. Yeah, I mean to get Kylie's attention, you got to be doing a little something, something. She's not gonna be right. Correct. Okay. So well, one, I feel like it's ignorant because she gave you a chance. I don't know how many celebrities really gonna give you that chance, especially if they're gonna go ahead and sue you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like they would just do it, especially if they knew they could win, especially when it's millions on the line. Obviously now if she got the means to be in a 3 to 4 year case with Cardi, that does mean she has to be of some stature because that is pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I kind of just feel like it just comes down to like you know spreading that false information was probably doing making her a lot of money and stuff like that. And she probably didn't think Cardi would either care or see it, whatever the case may be. But it was just too lucrative to stop doing, and she probably didn't think in a million years Cardi would sue her.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it just comes down to, I get it. You need that bread, and you probably feel like it ain't no other way. But come on, you ain't gotta deform. Cardi B's accomplishing enough stuff for you to talk about her without making up shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I'm glad Cardi won. If she deserved to win, she won. Get your monies, get your little. I mean, she's kind of in a realm right now where you're not gonna really ruin her character anyway, unless she just does something super egregious. You know what I mean?
Right. About to say, because the stuff she was putting out about her was like, Cardi too real and transparent. Like, what I'm hearing is like, I guess, like, just the stories about the cheating and she was spreading rumors that Cardi had STDs and all that shit like that. Like,
Yeah,
no
like
dumb
look,
shit like that.
Yeah, stuff that was true. That should have been all over the place. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like you not just gonna know it, and nobody else, like TMZ or somebody, wouldn't have found out.
Right.
But yeah.
But yeah, this look like when I was like researching and looking to her, like
Hmm.
this lady is a wild motherfucker and shit. And apparently, you know what I'm saying, she got like an African husband. So she like apparently talks shit about African American men and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And then like to see like in the comment section like that, you talk all this shit about your African husband and then look what you put him through. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just lost him like millions, you know what I'm saying, since they married and shit. That's both of their money and shit. You know what I'm saying? Got to
Hmm.
put him through all that bullshit. I mean, that's what you get too, and that's what like as we, you know what I'm saying, take on this journey of podcasting. Like, definitely want to give out uncut, unfiltered opinion, but definitely don't want to lie and spread salacious stuff about people. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy. That's what you get. You know what I'm saying? Lying and shit for the clicks and the views and shit like that. And
Right.
if anybody know me, know Cardi was definitely one of my favorite people. So actually, even before she blew up and shit,
Right.
she's like one of them people too. I was telling people about she was gonna be a star, but I didn't think she would be this big. But you know what I'm saying, like right before she started rapping and shit, and I was like, oh yeah, like I can go back to my memories and posting me, you know what I'm saying, Queen
Right.
Cardi and had
Right.
her photoshopped on Jesus pictures and all that shit. That shit just, you know what I'm saying, messing trolling with people. But I definitely was a big Cardi fan. I'm happy for Cardi, man.
Yeah. Shout out to her. You definitely was.
All right. Got like two more topics, probably some small topics, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We might not have to get too much into. Jeezy and Jenny May. At first, they announced that they're going to raise their baby gender neutral, and they was kind of holding back on the gender reveal.
Okay.
But as of recent, did see that they are going to have a girl, assist female, but they're going to raise it gender neutral. And my question to you is, how do you feel about this? You know what I'm saying? Like right before the baby's even born, you know what I'm saying? You raise it a certain way, like far as like that, not general. Like I thought it was all about letting the child pick. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
How it
And
wants to be brought up and raised, and
um, it's interesting. So I got like a couple of different ways that I'm looking at this, right?
okay.
And first, I just want to say congratulations to them. Creating a
Mm-hmm.
child. That's a beautiful thing. Um, I'm not really on board with the whole genderless thing, but maybe it's just I have to get used to it or something like that. However, I do feel like you are correct when you're just supposed to let a child decide. I mean, not a child, but let the person, once they get of age and experience, let them decide. You know what I mean?
Yeah, whatever they fall into, you support it.
You're right. Um, you're just coming out the gate, like, well, not even out the gate, like your baby's still inside. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you're already just like, yeah, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Um, and then it and we don't have to branch too much like off topic, but just to piggyback on something like we can do like all this genderless stuff and all this type of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like why can't we do like the same thing with race?
You want to expound a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, just like um why hasn't it been brought to anybody? Like, why can't I decide I'm raceless? You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
not to be like a not to be like a all lives matter person because that's different. But
Right. I get what you're saying.
yeah. But it's like why doesn't like why is not nobody trying it that way? Can that not be a thing? You know what I mean?
It can be a thing if you got a movement. That's what I learned as far as today's time.
Hmm.
If you got like a loud enough movement, you can do anything you want. It seems. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Hmm. Yeah. So that's what I wanna say to that. What do you feel about this genderless thing?
I kind of echo your sentiments too. Like how we kind of share the same ideology with it. Like I'm not against it.
Hmm.
I just don't understand it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's
Right.
like I don't understand like the titles for everything. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to do something, just do it. As far as like gender roles or whatever they want to call it, you know what I'm saying?
Right, right,
Like I don't know, like it's just I don't know. It just seems like forgive my forgive me, but it just seems like just begging for attention or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
right,
I don't know. It's just like if you want to be more of a masculine female, just be that. Like I don't understand like why you like the names and stuff are just created at a high frequency, and then how we talked about like you don't even know if this kid wants to even practice that. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like what if he wants to have like your standard stuff we're taught, like male, female, you know what I'm saying? What if he
right,
just wants to what if she wants to be, since we know it's a girl, what if she just wants to be a regular girl?
right.
And it's like I don't know, just be interested to see how they teach that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because like
and
a lot of people our age don't even know this shit now. So it's like you I don't know. Might
yeah,
not be overwhelming teaching that shit so young.
but I just would wanna. I would like keep an eye on it just to see the structure, because like, what kind of genderless clothes are there? You know, a lot of clothes are just made either for a boy or a girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's basically what it is. But all they're doing is just changing the fucking tags or the signage or some shit to say
Okay,
gender neutral or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I guess pants and shit like that. But it's just like it's fucking pants.
right.
Like the fuck? Like
And then has it had they did they say like what the name would be?
I don't think I heard that yet.
Okay, because that
So
would
yeah,
give like,
you gotta have a genderless name. Like the fuck?
yeah,
Like it's too much. You know what I'm saying? Because
right,
like your child is already gonna be dealing with crazy pressure. Because like the daughter of Jeezy and Jenny May. You know what I'm
right,
saying? So then you add all this. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Excuse my language. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's a lot for a kid to be dealing with that. And it's kind of crazy though. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I could be wrong. I know I'm just gonna take a stab at the dart. I'm gonna
hmm
say this kind of came from Jenny May. You know what I'm saying? Like Jeezy wasn't raised on no shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
But it's kind of crazy though. You know what I'm saying? But like women do be running shit though. So I guess like niggas fall in line with shit like that.
right.
But yeah, it's crazy. It's funny. Like shout out to my homie Dante. I don't think he listens to the joke. He was like, he said, "Now Jeezy know his mother ain't raised him on that shit."
Yeah,
But yeah, that's all we got on that one.
yeah, that's cool.
So the last thing is not even really a topic, but you
Hmm.
know, here at Head for the Hills, we're gonna try to keep up with stuff that we mentioned in last podcast, and I don't even want to disrespect it like that, but it's just a cool name for the segment,
Okay,
the Thought Watch. You know what I'm saying?
okay,
You
okay.
know what
I
I'm saying?
like it.
She is on the prowl on Instagram doing the motherfucking the walkaway videos, making good. We was
Mm.
wondering how she was going to act post breakup or divorce. You know what I'm saying? And she look like she's out here, man. She's flaunting her peacock colors, looking for a suitor. She's
Yeah,
looking good too, guy.
looking good, girl. Yeah. Yeah, she was looking amazing, man. She's definitely out here. And like we said last week, you know, when people say the breakup is mutual, that the actions like earlier on can depict who's really feeling what way. And we haven't even heard from Cuz.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Just like the same way we didn't hear from fucking Megan Good when she was in a relationship. Cuz
Right,
just been chilling.
right,
Far as I know. You know what I'm saying?
right. But it's like it's like, because if it's him, he would have made the same airwaves if he'd have did the same. If he'd have been at the game with Mr. Nasty on his coat or something like that,
Yeah.
like he would have made the same kind of way. Like, oh, that's Megan Good husband at the game, wilding out with the coat on.
Mm-hmm.
Or if he would have been like thirst trapping, I don't know what Cuz looked like or nothing. He thirst trapping, maybe shirt off videos or something like that. Like, but we haven't heard a peep out of Cuz. And meanwhile, she been on her sexy scent from day one
Yeah, about to say this is the most I've seen from Megan Good in so long.
since she been married.
Oh, yeah.
So Yes, he is looking good, but it is interesting to see, like, the mentalities coming out of the marriage and shit. Now, that's not to say that he won't start wilding out eventually,
Right.
but coming out of relationships, we all been in relationships. Somebody does come out of the relationship a little bit more prepared to be out of it
Mm-hmm.
than than somebody else. So as much as we hop on, like, her looking sexy as fuck, as Lord knows she is. I kind of got a soft spot. You know what I'm saying? Because I done been on that other side too. If that's what Cuz going through, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. So I gotta shout Cuz out too, man. If that's the situation. Like I said, allegedly he wanted kids and she didn't. She acting like she don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, she looking good though, and that dress, yeah. What you feeling?
Yeah, man. And like I said, it's just wild, man. I ain't seen her in years, and then now I'm just seeing a lot of her. You know what I'm saying? I don't even
Mm-hmm.
follow her on social media and all like that, and it's just come across my algorithm and shit. So she
Mm-hmm.
definitely out here.
Yeah, I think get used to seeing her flaunting it back and
Yes,
forth.
sir.
All right, so I do got one last tidbit that I did skip over, and that was the Boosie Badass video. So they have a video of Boosie Badass who was apparently off the shrooms. He tried the mushrooms, which is a very, very, very popular practice in this time. And he's running around in the cold and snow with tank top and shorts on. Have you ever tried shrooms before?
No, sir. I am scared of certain drugs. I think the only thing I ever tried was weed,
Mm-hmm.
and that's about it. I wanted to try lean, but all the other stuff like the pills and shroom was just like, especially like when I was younger, that shit was like, it probably still is, but it was like a white person drug, so I ain't really
Right,
see that
right,
shit in the hood and nothing like that. So,
right.
but yeah, nah, man.
Yeah. Now it's like, you know, super. I ain't gonna say trendy, but essentially trendy and shit.
Yeah.
Supposedly has these health benefits and stuff like that. I'm not even gonna get into it because that's a conversation for another day, maybe off air or something. I got a few friends that indulge in the shrooms and stuff like that,
Okay.
but it's not my thing. I'm with you. I tried the weed, um, stopped that a bunch of years ago because of everything has a reason why you should do it, but I feel like there was more, at least for me. Again, we'll talk about that off air too. It was more cons than pros with me. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, definitely want to have a
Yeah.
small conversation about that.
Yeah. So we go ahead and get into the sports.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely can go ahead and get into the sports.
All right. So we can say the review and the previews for last because we got a couple of topics to talk about, and I'm gonna start it off with Cowboys cornerback Trayvon Diggs, who had a historic rookie season, a lot of good mixed in with some bad, but it's expected of a young guy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
um, he gets called out earlier this week by his ex girlfriend, allegedly for taking back a 150K watch, which was a gift to her after they broke up. Um, how do you feel about people taking back these expensive gifts?
Man, I ain't mad at him, bro. He's the second year cornerback, still on his rookie deal. He ain't got
Mm-hmm.
that much money. And it also depend on how the shit ended and shit. You know what I'm saying? And
Right,
who did what. You know what I'm saying?
right, yeah,
Like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? If it ended toxic, she cheated on you or some shit like that, yeah, get my shit back. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Because I've heard too many times around females talking about they done pawn stuff and all. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So he bought it, and I'm not even mad that a lot of the celebrities what they do is like even when they give gifts, the stuff will be like in their name still. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to cars and stuff like that, like, oh yeah, he bought his girl a car, but it's in his name, and so if anything that was to go wrong, it'll just come back to his possession. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Like fuck that. You broke up with me like Quavo did. You don't need to be riding no goddamn Bentley. You ain't with me no more. Buy your
Right.
own Bentlay. You paid.
Good.
Icy
Right.
girl. So no,
Right.
I was just joking, sweet. I still love you. You know what I'm saying?
Here you go.
Oh, that was a little jokey joke.
Uh, don't get beat up by the Migos, man.
Hey, I might take that. I might take that as well, man.
I might take that out,
Hey,
sweet.
shit. Man, them niggas small. I'll take one of them niggas, man.
All right, so moving right along. We didn't talk about this pre-pod, but it's just another little tidbit. Um, Buccaneers quarterback Tom Brady said on his Let's Go podcast that family will play a huge factor in deciding whether or not he retires this offseason. What do you think is the decision for Tom the Don?
I think he comes back. I think
Think
he
so?
comes back. Yeah, I think he comes back.
Hmm,
I don't
okay.
know why. It just don't feel right. You know what I'm saying? He's like one of them people you gotta kind of drag him off the field, man. He loves to compete. Hey, I think he come back for like maybe one or two more.
Okay. For me, I feel like he wants to come back, but I secretly feel like he's just eyeing to see what kind of team can Tampa Bay keep around them. Because they when they won the Super Bowl, he asked a lot of these players to come back on these 1 year deals just to run it back,
Mm-hmm.
and they probably will lose a few key free agents as well as the injuries. Godwin towards ACL towards the end of the season, so he's not going to be back no time soon unless he's like Adrian Peterson and them or somebody.
I'll get that Dan let's spray, man.
Facts. Yeah, just to see like what they do tweaking the roster and whatnot. I really feel like he's telling the truth this time around. Losing in the second round, it's not losing in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like he could walk away. He really doesn't have nothing left to prove. Him winning the Super Bowl with Tampa Bay probably was like the stamp. Well, it'd be interesting to see. He probably does
Yeah,
come
yeah,
back.
yeah. Me saying he gonna come back, and I definitely don't want to say he has something to prove and all like that. I just think
Yeah,
competitor. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. Definitely a super competitor. Some from the rumors of retirement to two definite retirements. Sean Payton stepped down as the Saints head coach, and a lot of people were. I know with the whole Russell Wilson situation on when he came out with said list of teams he would be willing to be traded to. Saints was near the top of the said list, which I'm quite sure is off the list now. Sean Payton is stepping down, man. 16 years, Super Bowl winning coach. How do you feel about this? End of an era in New Orleans, man.
Yeah, crazy, like you said, man. The end of an era. Sad to see him go, man. That's like you said, lose him, even though team is falling down. But if one person could rebuild him, it would have been Sean Payton.
Right.
So now, like, got a potential to lose two top teams in the NFC South down there. If they lose Brady and they can't put the team together, then you know what I'm saying. That has to be crazy. Sucks,
Yeah,
man. I hate to see, you know what I'm saying, legends, living legends leave, but can't coach and play forever, man.
that is Father Time is undefeated, and then it would be up to who would the team? Would it be the Panthers? I guess they been fake retooling.
Panthers,
Falcons. We know.
Falcons.
We know. We know.
It'd probably be up for grabs. That's why you want them NFC East type Jones. Like who the fuck?
Yeah,
What you
somebody
want?
different area.
Yeah, something. Yeah, because like you said, ain't no clear cut, man.
Facts. So then we have also Ben Roethlisberger who announced his retirement today. There's another lengthy career. Most people think it's a first ballot Hall of Fame. Well, I mean, which he is, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
no,
Yeah.
yeah, no shame in that. 2-time Super Bowl champion. You know, kind of tailed off these last few years, but that's Father Time is undefeated, so that's expected.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's really Tom Brady. If Tom Brady decides to retire, he's probably going to be the first quarterback to retire like without tailing off. Even though people swear he tailed off, nigga got 5,000 yards passing and 40 touch. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So without completely tailing off, and we done seen Drew Brees these last couple of years. Aaron Rodgers will probably be another QB who just not really going to tail off. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, how you feel about Big Ben?
Yeah, I'm happy for him. You know what I'm saying? Great NFL career. Happy he's leaving though, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to see people like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Especially like when they were just so kind of dominant. You know what I'm saying? Probably stay a little bit too long, and for the uneducated fans, probably maybe hurt their legacy a little bit. But for the people who know, they know, man. But
Yeah.
glad to see him leave. Now the Steelers story organization can properly start rebuilding and get that team back up. Yeah, but they ain't probably got to do too much. You got to find a quarterback. They got a good defense.
Yeah, made the
Got
playoffs.
some weapons and stuff like that. Right, made the playoffs.
Yeah, go get your quarterback. Go get Aaron Rodgers, man.
Ooh, like that'd be a conversation for another day. Me and Knight was having a conversation like where Aaron Rodgers go. I'm like, bro, like that didn't go like damn near anywhere for real,
Yeah.
bro, like who, like I don't know. That may I don't know. I'm being biased. I really fuck with Aaron Rodgers, but it's like, come on, bro, like niggas great.
Definitely great. I know, now you don't like him, but hey, might be the MVP this season, sir.
Yeah,
And that would be back to back MVP. I would if he does win. I would like to see. I know Tom Brady won MVP in his 40s. I would like to see if anybody won MVP back to back in their 40s. That doesn't even sound like right.
yeah. But you know what I'm saying, gonna mean nothing though. Some niggas don't care. I guess only if you win the Super Bowl and shit.
Yeah,
Like they're just so easy to get.
yeah, that's true. I'm kind of could be on that wave sometimes too, but he has one.
Right. I mean
And
that's all I can ask for. Like I don't want to get spoiled because like you see what Tom Brady did. Like that's an anomaly.
we're not
You
gonna
know what
say
I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah,
Like when you think about it, like Payton, one of the greatest quarterbacks, he almost left with one if he didn't go down to Denver.
right.
He was over the hill. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, it is what it is. Like some people just don't get one. I'll be one to ask, like, what you think about the people who don't even have one? If you think so lowly of Aaron Rodgers because he has one, what you think about the Dan Marinos, the Jim Kellys?
Right. And they cool and they're cool too because it's like, well, Dan Marino been to a Super Bowl. Has he been to a Super Bowl?
Yeah,
Right. Okay. So yeah, we know Jim Kelly been to 4. So that to me that's cool. Even if you have it, because I don't think Phillip Rivers been to a Super Bowl,
nope.
and he's Hall of Fame. You know what
That's
I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying, bro. It's like that's what I'm saying. Like, but it's like when you hate people, you can't think logically. You be on that bias shit, and the shit don't add up. So like when I ask you shit like that, and like you know what I'm saying, you gonna shit on Barry Sanders, but he don't have a ring. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like come
Like
on,
bad teams, and then
man.
if Phillip Rivers case is like, yeah, they had great teams at a stretch, but you gotta keep running into like Big Ben. You gotta keep running into Tom Brady. You gotta
Right.
keep running into Peyton Manning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you mess around and damn, we finally beat Tom and damn Peyton got us.
Right.
And you finally beat Peyton. Damn, Tom got us. And we know how and like you said, Peyton Manning probably one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what you gotta beat. Or Tom Brady, the greatest of all time, presumably.
Like,
Bill,
that shit is tough, bro.
yeah, and it's like he definitely can't fault no. Now, would I like a nigga to win a championship, especially if I'm a fan of the team? Hell yeah,
Yeah, but like at least like if like when it comes to the playoffs and shit like that, if you have if you stink it up in the playoffs and it's your fault, then yeah, okay, kill that person.
right.
But like, if the nigga, like, granted, he didn't have his best, greatest game, but other niggas ain't even do their job. Not saying save them, they just ain't do their job.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't kill a like the only person we ever kill probably from that weekend would be Tannehill.
Yeah, he acting up with that pick. He was acting up.
That might be the only person like nah to me AFC Championship games is like you get to a few of those, you all right, man. That's why I was so psyched with Joe Burrow. Like second year in the league, and your first year you got put out with a season-ending injury. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you in the AFC Championship game, so especially when you look at the talent that the AFC got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. No one,
You got
no one had them there.
right. You got the Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert's, Lamar Jackson when he healthy, and Tannehill, and then who Josh Allen, who everybody speaks so highly of, and then you got who else made the playoffs in the AFC? Oh, your boy Derek Carr, you know what I'm
My boy,
saying? Yeah, so
stop it, Slam.
so for them to be the last two, and I was saying to myself the other morning, I was watching the little ESPN show, and I know you probably seen the headlines, even if you don't watch ESPN, how they were saying like Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen is the new Brady and Manning, and I was like, you all right? So whoever they want to call Patty, I get it because he got the resume already to back it up. Fourth year in the league, nigga about on the verge of going to 3 Super Bowls and say 4 years. Got an MVP, got a Super Bowl MVP. I get it. I was like, yeah, Josh Allen. I say it's real tricky because it's like, yeah, he like you said earlier, he has been doing good, but Buffalo been kind of losing. Like Lamar Jackson got an MVP. He don't got a Super Bowl. I'm trying to think who went to the Super Bowl in the AFC with the year that y'all didn't. Patty been in 4 years. This would be our third. If y'all win, this would be our third straight year, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So who went? Who had the? Was it the Patriots
I think it was. Was it the Patriots that year? Was that the year they beat Atlanta or some shit?
or lost to the Eagles?
Yeah, one of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's okay. Yes. Okay. Matter of fact, yeah, because they beat y'all in the championship. Remember the Cuz jumped
Frank.
outside.
What's Cuz name?
D Ford.
D4. Yeah.
Yeah, Cuz
Yeah,
jumped
that was
outside.
definitely that year.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the Patriots went that year. Yeah. So Patriots, and then maybe y'all 3 years straight. So we coming off of Tom Brady, right? And then it just turns into Patrick Mahomes. Like how in that equation, how is Josh Allen Peyton Manning? Like can you explain that? I know I ain't saying you said it, but can you explain that?
I can't, bro. I can't because I don't put him up there. Like I'll speak on it later on. Like he earned a little bit more respect from me. You know what I'm saying? My meter don't go that crazy. You know what I'm saying? Jumps up a little bit the more you do. But I can't explain that, bro. Like, it's but like the media, they always be acting up fishing for stories and headline and salacious shit. You know what I'm saying? For
Cor-
ratings and shit. But
yeah, I'm definitely don't understand that one. But I will say this though. I know you're a Chiefs fan, so I know that you're gonna be riding for the Chiefs, to the end. But if the Bengals do find a way to win this game, then I feel like Joe Burrow gotta be up in that conversation somewhere too. Since that's all it takes, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, I mean, I already like I said, I'll talk about it later on, but I already put him ahead of Josh Allen. You know what I'm saying? He might got. Well, I mean, he got just as much accomplishment as fucking Josh Allen. Josh Allen do shit yet.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But and that's the thing, because you even got to double think yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like how people talk about him, you would think like, hold on, man, maybe I did miss something or some shit. Yeah, he had played magnificent, but it's like
He probably even got more playoff wins than Josh Allen already, right?
it might be tied because he got Joe Burrow got just two
And then what's his
in
name get put out
Buffalo.
early by the Texans or some shit?
Oh yeah, he might do got it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh
Niggas be
yeah.
wild. He already got more than Dak.
Yeah, definitely got more than that. Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like it's my bad. I feel like it's crazy because he went got drafted by the Bengals, right? Hello?
Yeah, yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, he got drafted by the Bengals, right? And it's like
Mm-hmm.
number one overall, which means you're going to like a super trash team. Now, granted, Josh Allen did go to Buffalo, which for the life of me, I couldn't understand why the Jets didn't pick this nigga. Like, I wanted the Jets to pick this dude so bad. I seen ahead of time like he had the potential to be like at least decent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Buffalo was like a they wasn't like necessarily a awful team. It felt like they had a team that was like decent and they was just missing like a quarterback and maybe like another receiver. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they ended up trading for like Stephon Diggs and they ended up getting like, you know what I'm saying, Josh Allen to develop into like who he is now. I feel like what Joe Burrow doing, I'm super biased, so of course it's gonna be, sound like they come from me. But bro, the Bengals been trash since like I've been watching football, bro.
They
Uh,
had they had some cool. They had a few years with Carson Palmer.
Man, went to the playoffs. Like
Yeah, they
I,
had some
I,
decent years.
I went, made the playoffs like once. I remember when I was actually like the Jets. One of the years we made the playoffs, and it came. You know how the final weekend it be determining like the seeds and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, that night happened, and I was like, "Oh yeah, we got the Bengals." I had a sigh of relief, boy. I was like, "Yeah, I know we, I know we going to the next round, nigga. Them niggas is trash." Like, oh, niggas, I fuck with Ocho Cinco, but we had Revis. I know he wasn't about to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And then Carson Palmer. Like Carson Palmer was nice. So he wasn't one of them niggas that was going like beat you though.
Right. Need Derek Caius.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Yeah. But yeah, come on, man. My man get to the bowl, man. Niggas gonna forget Carson Palmer even wore number 9, man.
Facts.
But that's all we got. Of course, we'll revisit this when we do the little reviews and previews, Jones.
Mm-hmm.
So man, gotta get to this Barry Bonds news, man. Barry Bonds was snubbed again for the Hall of Fame, Baseball Hall of Fame, in which the window has closed and his eligibility. I think he was saying off air that some type of fancy voting system could get him in or something.
Yeah.
But the regular don't want to get him in. I'm not quite sure how that will work. You know what I mean?
Right.
So let me just read you some of this guy's accomplishments, right? And I just have to. Obviously, there's an unwritten because he never failed a steroid test and nothing like that. But people allegedly assume that he was one of the main catalysts in the steroid era. So this is why he's been blackballed into not making it. I mean, but meanwhile, people like David Ortiz, who just got in this year, he was busted a few times. I remember because I used to watch the Red Sox for PEDs. I remember him serving like a 50-game suspension and a 100-game suspension. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But he still got in. But let me get to these accomplishments. He's a 14-time All Star, 12-time Silver Slugger Award, 8-time Golden Glove Award. We know that's super big in baseball. 7-time National League MVP. 7-time MVP, bro. 3-time National League Hank Aaron Award. 2-time National League batting champion. 2-time National League home run leader. That's the National League records outside of the All Star. Then some MLB records. He has a single season batting average of 863, which means he pretty much was going to hit every pitch thrown his way. Um, Said season he had a 609 on base percentage, which means he was more than likely going to at least reach the bases. Um, he received 232 walks in a single season, which is a record. I already said the 7 MVP awards, 73 home runs in a single season, which is crazy. And then the coup de grace is 762 career home runs, which is the most in baseball history. And he is not a Hall of Famer, sir.
That is crazy, man. Crazy, man. And
Um,
like you just put me on some new stuff. I just knew he was convicted for the whole steroid stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew that's probably most likely why he didn't get in. And then I was like you said, I don't watch baseball, but I thought I remember hearing like David Ortiz dabbling in the same stuff. You know what
oh
I'm
yeah,
saying? But he
yeah, yeah,
made
yeah.
it.
Yeah, he got busted. Yeah, definitely got busted. And it's just, I wouldn't even put, as cool as this stuff is, I wouldn't even put Stick into like the Hall of Fame. And you have brought up Roger Clemens, right?
Yeah, I thought about. I think he was like among the same thing, right? He didn't make it.
Yeah, and they had asked him about it. I think Barry Bonds declined. They be declining the statement and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So Roger Clemens, because I looked up on it as soon as you said something, and they asked Roger Clemens about it, and he made a statement, and basically he was just like kind of taking the high road, but not taking the high road at the same time. But he was just like, I played baseball ever since I was a little kid, fell in love with it when I was a little kid. So when I made it to the MLB, my goal was to be the best player for whatever team jersey I had on. My goal was to help that team win a championship. My goal was to make sure that my family was well off for generations to come. My goal was to make sure that my family's family will be well off for generations to come. I achieved everything I set out to do in the Major League Baseball league, and making the Hall of Fame does not make or break the impact that I had on the game. How you feel about that?
That's sweet. Yeah, like glad he's at peace with it. It seems, you know what I'm saying. Could be a front, but like he's absolutely right though, man. Like gotta take some power away from these little beat writers or whoever. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Like sometimes it be absolutely ridiculous. Like it seems like they on the lines of football. Like they be on some bullshit when it comes to this Hall of Fame shit.
Yeah,
And like even if
politics.
even if the person doesn't want it though, man, like give them their flowers while the people are still alive. You know what I'm saying? Especially
Right.
like they absolutely deserve it and shit. Cause then they'll try to double back and they try to hurry up, put him in right before they pass and all that shit. Like, nah, man, give him his flowers while he there. Especially like with the whole Barry Bonds thing. It's like when you say he wasn't even proven to be on steroids. And that
Yeah,
man holds
never.
all them records and all that shit.
Yeah, never failed the drug test. Never failed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then be consistent. You let fucking David Ortiz in and shit. Like, come on, bro. That should be corny as hell, man.
Mm-hmm. And that's just like you said, definitely probably a front because you want to make the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
But
come
at
on,
the
man. You want to. You want that appreciation.
but at the end of the day, you know, he is a multi-time champion, and he has made enough money than his family's gonna ever need to spend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'll be my stance. Like, if it comes down to some shit like that, like I said, I wouldn't be troubling like that shit. I got my money to take care of my family. Niggas know me. You can't erase what I did. So I definitely feel what you're saying.
Facts. Definitely. Hope whatever needs to be done. I definitely hope it is done for Barry Bonds to get up in there though. He deserves it, man.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna get to a couple of little NBA tidbits before we jump into the NFL playoff review. And came out earlier that a couple of Eastern Conference assistants and scouts said that it's been increasingly well known that Donovan Mitchell is frustrated with the Utah organization. We've all known this ever since that whole COVID thing happened with Rudy Gobert.
Mm-hmm.
That we kind of seen like he was kind of pissed off or whatever. And then you couple that with the losing, obviously that playoff run last year in which they lost to the Clippers without Kawhi. Um, that was the at the hands of Terrence Mann and Paul George. You remember the Terrence Mann game?
Oh yeah, just Rudy just letting this nigga shoot in him. I don't know. He got Rudy on him anyway, but it is what it
He had
is.
like 30 points from that left corner.
Cooking.
but he is seen to want to be a part of a different organization. It says maybe a big market organization. I don't know why everybody keeps saying the Knicks for some reason. Um,
I like the Cowboys of the fucking NFL. I mean NBA.
yeah,
Big market is just always going to attach niggas there regardless.
facts. It says they're a first round exit from Donovan demanding a trade. How do you feel about this?
It's like I feel like golly, like bro, y'all got a good team there. You know what I'm saying? It ain't
Ec-
like your normal superstar team, but like
Excellent team.
right. It's like bro, y'all got to do better. Like you too. You know what I'm saying? Including you. You know what I'm saying? Do better and win some games, bro. Like some of these chunks are like winnable. You know what I'm saying? Like when the monsters are hurt and banged up. You know what I'm saying? Like the Warriors ain't been the Warriors for the last couple of years. Uh, you know what I'm saying? You got an aging Lakers team. Like like these are winnable rings y'all can go get, man. Like y'all niggas got to do better, bro.
Correct.
I mean, if that's it. If it is. I understand the Rudy shit. Like I don't know, like saying Rudy was a goofball to that whole COVID shit, but it's like,
Yeah, he's. I mean, even if let's say he demands a trade, he wants a big market. He's gonna go to the Knicks. Like, what? That's the same thing.
yeah,
It's a first round exit waiting to happen.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. I, the big market would have to. It literally would have to be somewhere else. Maybe he goes to Miami. Maybe he goes to if he was a free agent, it'd be different. I was about to say maybe he goes to a Brooklyn to replace Harden because the rumors is he wants out of Brooklyn, which we'll get to next. Um, yeah, I don't like you said, man. Like number one seed last year, they're like the third seed in the West right as of right now, approaching All Star break. Um, like you said, man, and we say this all the time. Like one of our favorite mottos is like, "Yo, you just got to be better."
yeah,
Like you want those flowers any other time, go earn them, bro. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, I, Rudy Gobert did do the knucklehead stuff, but that was 3 years ago. Like he's been pretty solid outside of that Terrence Mann game, to my knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. He's a good solid, but like
Yeah,
he shouldn't have been checking that
yeah.
guy.
That's coaching.
Right.
That's coaching right there. You know what I mean? So I don't really, I
You
don't
gonna
really,
find out that grass ain't always green on the other side.
yeah. That's really true. And I'm just trying to think like, so what's the because everybody's just going to demand trades all over the place, and what's the come of it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at too, but I couldn't articulate it and shit. It's like it's going a little irritating and shit too with that shit, and like kind of like the same sentiments I carry with the Harden shit. It's like, what the fuck is good enough for you, motherfuckers, man? Like, I
Yeah,
don't know.
because it's no, and I guess we can use that to segue into the hard thing because it's like it seems like it's just not good enough. So rumors again, alleged that James Harden has grown frustrated. He doesn't like living in Brooklyn. He doesn't like the cold weather.
Strip clubs is trash.
Probably is. Um, he's grown frustrated with Kyrie Irving's part-time playing status and having to shoulder more of the load, which is one of the main reasons why he wanted to leave Houston in the first place. And is gonna test free agency this off season. Even if it leads him back to Brooklyn, he's gonna court all the teams interested and make the best decision for him. Everybody seems to think that he's just it's just a formality at this point before he winds up in Philadelphia alongside Embiid because of the close relationship with Daryl Morey. Um, Now I get the whole being frustrated with Kyrie being part time because you need help shouldering a load. KD's gone for about a couple months or whatever, maybe because these guys are coming back super quick from injuries. But you know, let's look at it from the other way. KD didn't go demanding a trade when you got hurt last year in the postseason.
I was just thinking that shit too.
Like KD didn't go demanding the trade. He wasn't frustrated with Kyrie because Kyrie wasn't there when he was hurt. You know what I mean? KD went out there and left all that shit on the court.
Right.
Like KD was dropping damn near 50 a night.
That nigga was exhausted that
I'm about to
game, bro.
say that last game when they lost, got put out.
Yeah.
Like the sigh of exhaustion, like falling into his mother arms on the sideline, bro. Like that's what it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I can't, I couldn't. That's all I had. You know what I'm saying? Air ball in the last shot, like that's all I had. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And when it counts, I haven't seen that from Hardy. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen that type of performance. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And as soon as it's time to buckle down and you might got to do that, you want out.
Right. You ain't even get there yet. I mean, KD can come back. You know what I'm saying? Before the playoffs start. That's all the motherfuckers be caring about anyway, the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just super corny and shit. And like, where do you think he about to go? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, they always been roaming Philly. Like, no, Jinx knock on wood. You know what I'm saying? AB ain't the healthiest motherfucker.
Right.
You go there, you know what I'm saying? That motherfucker get injured, then you back at square one. You know what I'm
Eh,
saying? Probably with less talent around
Yeah, I'm
you.
about to say that they team worse. They think Embiid go down. That's a wrap.
Especially, yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? That's just like anywhere you go, unless, you know what I'm saying, y'all do super team construction like they did with Miami or some shit.
Yeah.
You're gonna be
That
shit out of luck.
every star that wants to leave, only that's the only team I can see niggas going to. It's Miami.
Mm-hmm.
The like add a piece in over there. Like other than that, I mean, I'm not sure how people view Boston right now. I wouldn't if I was a star, I wouldn't want to come to Boston. Until Brad makes some changes, which he says he's been working on and whatnot. So we'll see how the off season, goes. We do come this off season. We will have a max slot open though. So you know what I mean. Any star want to come fuck with Tatum and Brown? Like I'm on Dame. Anybody?
He said, "Damn."
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Just throwing it out there, but nah, man. Everybody's just gonna keep bouncing around the league and shit.
Yeah, that shit like that's like the problem I had with it. You know what I'm saying, with this whole new era shit. Like nobody wants to like buckle down and fight hard to win and shit. Like, everybody just want to be given a ring, given the wins, and given the easy rope to some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shit, that shit kind of get frustrating for me as an old school, old spirited sports fan and shit. It's like I'm caving into y'all this new way, and like this shit, then y'all do shit like this and shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already make it easier playing with like forced playing with multiple superstars without like building niggas up, drafting niggas the old school way and shit. Y'all pick y'all teams. You 40 get out of Houston. Now you fighting. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Brooklyn ain't. Where's that? Shit,
Right.
corny, bro. Corny.
Yeah, it's definitely Definitely super duper corny. So I just got a couple of notifications that the All Star starters have been revealed. You want to hear that?
Yes, sir.
So, in the West, the starters for the All Star game this year will be LeBron James, Nikola Jokic, Ja Morant, Steph Curry, and Andrew Wiggins.
Okay, I ain't mad at that.
Over in the East, we have point guard Trey Young,
Yes, sir. I thought I was gonna have to make a joke and say like, hey man. Okay.
DeMar DeRozan, Kevin Durant, who's the captain, and Giannis Antetokounmpo at the 4, and Joel Embiid at the 5.
Okay. Okay. I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, reserves will be named at a later date. All Star game is February the 20th. Oh, nice to see. Not only Wiggins make it, he's going to be a starter.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, and it goes to show you, like, we put a lot of pressure on these players that get drafted by the Clevelands at the top of the draft, and then they go to like an organization that's kind of structured, and now look, he's an all star starter.
Right. Yeah. That's why like I give kudos to them people who can be one of them ones on bad teams. Like, yeah,
Hmm.
you really tough, you know what I'm saying? But like I don't be wanting to kill everybody who don't perform on the bad teams. Cause like man,
Hmm.
that's why they bad teams and shit. That is gonna be rough. You got an uphill battle ahead of you.
Super facts. All right, so you want to get into this NFL?
Before we leave NBA, you know what I'm saying? Story came out today that a lot of people weren't feeling Stephen A.
Oh yeah, okay.
because he was used the Kobe tribute, you know what I'm saying, to take shots at certain players. Mainly being Kyrie and Kawhi. Like when the video played it, he was like saying Kobe didn't like wasn't a part time player, and then you know saying it flashed to Kawhi and Kyrie, and like a lot of people, sports writers and players didn't really take too well to that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And rightfully so. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, this is a Kobe tribute. Just show Kobe love. You ain't gotta do that. That's just it's disrespecting Kobe and you know what I'm saying the players.
Hmm.
And not to mention like you say call Kawhi a part time player. Like the bro has fucking chronic knee issue. Like what you want him to do, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Um, I just want to start this off by saying I coined this the Jason Tatum phrase: normalize uplifting people without tearing down others in the process.
Facts,
Uh,
man.
can't stress that enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know Tatum wasn't the first one to say it, but that's when it impacted me the most is when I seen him say it. You
And
know
that's
what
what you're
I'm
gonna remember, you know what I'm saying?
saying?
So
Yeah,
that's what we get the credit for. It is what it is.
yeah. Um, what Kobe definitely deserved his tribute, but golly, bro, come on, Stephen A. Like you would think, you just had the super strong bout with COVID. Say it almost took you out, quote unquote near death experience. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And this is how you come back, bro.
Right.
Like on some nut shit. Like I get, I know he got the personal vendetta against Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? But bro, I'm trying to figure out what's so hard to understand that Kyrie had a choice. He made it. He stood on it. It is what it is. Let it go.
Yeah, that's just let the shit go.
Yeah. Um, Kawhi's one of my favorite players in the league of all time, technically. You know what I'm saying? And I know people like to give Kawhi the whole, even though it was LeBron technically, but the whole old manish thing stick. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like you said, bro got arthritis, bro. Like we seen the Brandon Roys and the other NBA players that had this and they didn't load manage, and we seen what came of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And even still, it's like that wasn't even like it was a stretch, but it ain't as long as like how people make it seem. He's literally been hurt he tore his ACL last year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, what do you even still 2-time defensive player of the year, 2-time finals MVP with two different teams. Um like one of the best two-way players of all time. What do you want?
Well, niggas just be wanting that shit all day, every day, while you are a member of that organization, bro. That association. That shit is crazy.
Why is Stephen A. Smith like Stephen? I used to respect I used to have so much respect for Stephen A. Smith, bro. But he's so corny, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever like respect him. I used to fuck with him, but it's like, yeah, corny as hell, bro. And like, and then like, ESPN should be held accountable for that shit too, bro. Like,
Yeah,
how do you even let that shit air? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's fucking corny as shit, bro.
yeah. They definitely have to be held accountable. Whoever put the video package together, whoever pushed it, gave it the thumbs up. Of course, when if something was that big to blow up, of course they would like probably look the blind eye. You know how that goes.
Uh,
Yeah, we just trusted him with the process. We didn't think he was gonna do nothing like that.
yeah, just super tasteless, bro. Like, ain't got time for no shit like that, bro. And that's why like players don't be liking these niggas and shit. You wonder why motherfuckers be cursing your ass out when your DMs saying fuck you and all that other shit.
Yeah,
And
and
niggas don't respect you. Niggas don't want to talk to you because you do corny shit like that, bro.
like where's the? I mean, I know we got the Jalen Roses, Richard Jefferson, but where's like the why so many like corny analysts? You know what I'm saying?
Those be the niggas that fucking brown nose and all that shit and make it to the top, bro. Like just like with anything else and shit. Like if whenever you work, it be the corny niggas who fucking brown nose and shit who be in the boys club rubbing their elbows. Them niggas who get the promotions and shit.
Facts. Yeah, that's it. Definitely, definitely corny, bro. Lost like didn't have too much respect for Stephen A. Smith anyway, but definitely a coon, bro.
Yeah, definitely come on. Would not be one to watch first taking shit now. I used to try to catch it after skipping Shannon and shit, undisputed and shit, but like, nah, fuck that nigga, man.
Yeah. Okay. That's it on that one.
Yeah, that's it on that one.
Corny. So before I let Eli do the preview of the conference championship rounds in the NFL, I'm gonna do the review of the divisional round, which has been coined the greatest divisional round of football ever. Obviously football has been around 100 years, and I don't know how long the divisional round's been around, but in my lifetime, I couldn't think of a more, you know, edge of your seat round of the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I will agree. As an avid football watcher, I can't remember a football weekend this action packed.
Yeah. So we're gonna kick it off. This was Saturday evening, afternoon. The Bengals versus the Titans. Number one seed Titans coming off a bye against the Joe Burrow led Bengals, and not as high scoring, but still came down to a thrilling finish. Couple of scores going back and forth, field goals that is, and just when you thinking that with a tie ball game, Tennessee went from having the momentum and looking like they were gonna put together a game winning drive. Ryan Tannehill throws just unauthorized. That's what I'm gonna say. Unauthorized pass to a receiver who hadn't played the whole game in a clutch moment to get a first down. End up being a bad pass, picked off, setting the Bengals up for. Well, of course they made a couple of plays themselves, but setting them up pretty much for a game-winning field goal, which the kicker would make. Money McPherson, they call him. And that's how this game ended, which would be one of four walk-off scores this weekend. How'd you feel about this game?
Man, this game was a delight to watch, man. To see the
Mm-hmm.
young Joe Burrow growing up, man, and these are the type of games that builds character, and he's gonna be battle tested going forward. He's been through a lot already in his young career. Sacked 10 times. That's like
10.
a record, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh man, just to be back there sacked 10 times and still leads your team to victory. Albeit he helped from Tannehill, but still, man, he got it done. You
Thank
know
you,
what I'm
Ryan. Hey, makes Joe Burrow send Ryan Tannehill the fruit basket, man.
saying? Yeah, man, that's crazy. But this was a great game. But it's like it all, like I said, it was gonna come down to if the Titans was gonna win. Ryan Tannehill had to make throws because it wasn't really too much of a Derrick Henry coming back off injury with the steel plates and the cleats and the foot trying to make it go.
And for that both though.
Yeah, he like Tannehill made some decent throws. I will say that touchdown to Brown
Oh
that was
yeah,
an amazing throw and catch.
yeah,
He just probably needed like maybe like one or two more on that drive to secure the field goal.
yeah.
And
Throw on that last drive. Throw the Brown instead of Cuz who hadn't played the whole
at
game.
the very least, Julio.
Yeah,
Brown or
okay.
Julio at the very
Yeah,
least. But
I
like you said,
give
that
you Julio.
contested catch to number 15, like you said, bro, I don't think he had a catch that whole game.
I
If
don't even
that's who
know,
you place your faith with,
don't even know his name, bro. Just
don't even know his
15.
name, man. Yeah, 15, man.
Um, so the Bengals would advance to the AFC Championship game, which they hadn't done, I believe, since the '80s when they went to the Super Bowl. Um, this will lead us to the nightcap of Saturday, which will see the number one seed Green Bay Packers, led by Aaron Rodgers, presumable MVP, maybe, against all of a sudden the resurgent Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers. And before I even get into the game, I just want to say that, Jimmy G has dealt with a lot of hostility, and me being one of the people, I'm not even gonna lie. They drafted Trey Lance, number 3 overall in the draft. He's looking like the future. So you got to deal with him breathing down your neck. He's getting packages in preseason and early on in the season. He's getting like wildcat packages, and he's getting the run drives and stuff until he tweaks his ankle, and then he kind of just shelved the whole idea. Then you got to deal with the rumors of the team looking to see what your trade value is halfway through the season, what they can do in the off season with you and all this type of stuff. And meanwhile, you're still leading this team to a possible Super Bowl berth. So shout out to his mental, fortitude, which we knew he had because he's out here dating porn stars. So you got to be mentally tough to do that. You know what I'm saying. So the mental thing was never in question, at least not on my end. So, anyways, on to the game. This was again a low scoring affair. This was pretty much even back and forth. It's a snowy night in Lambeau Field. It looks like Green Bay is gonna find a way to kind of gain the momentum and maybe eke this one out. And then the glaring weakness that Green Bay has had all season, allegedly, special teams, rears its ugly head. They get a block punt. San Francisco scores, and that would tie the game. And Jimmy G did make some nice throws down the stretch to set up this field goal. By the way, so I can't take away from him on that. They ended up getting the game winning field goal as time expired, and sent Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers home, which is its own storyline when it comes to Aaron Rodgers. How'd you feel about this game, bro?
Oh man, I was disappointed. I wanted my boy. I want my boy Aaron Rodgers to get one more at least. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, again, like you said, his luck in the playoffs just hasn't been great after winning that first ring.
Mm.
Um, like you said, man, he didn't play good. He didn't play great. He didn't play bad. Played decent. Played good enough to win. And special teams let him down, getting a blocked field goal
Yep.
after they had no business even scoring. I think it was like 40 seconds, and they backwards against the end zone. He make a miraculous play, get them in the red zone, albeit they almost had a fumble scare. But hey, you still in field goal range.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? This low scoring game, bad weather. You know what I'm saying? That type of points like that is gonna make it hard. While Jimmy G, he played decent for him. Like you said, he made some good throws, but like the
Yeah,
offense will eventually stall. So
of
like
course.
them points like that is huge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The blunders like that would have been enough to eke out that victory. You
of
know what I'm
course.
saying? But
Of course.
shout out to San Francisco 49ers. Can't take that away from like this is playoff football. Some wins are gonna be ugly. You gotta be able to win those. You know what I'm saying? Everything will be pretty. Everything will be shootouts and stuff like that. And you need all three phases of the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So like whenever your offense can't do it, defense and special teams won that game for them.
Correct. And shout out to Debo Samuels, man.
Now you want to talk about earning respect? That's another one. That's another one earning some respect. I already fuck with him, but like man, like true grit like that, man. Like how we was saying, like that, damn, like they was putting motherfucker on kickoffs, punts. He was running back, wide receiver.
Hey, Debo, my bad, man. Go back there and get that punt. Get that punt
Like
for me.
God damn, Debo, shit.
Yeah. Boy, when it is time to negotiate that contract, man.
Yes, and that's like another one. He, if I was him, I would give the agent. Oh no, I guess that didn't work for him. But like, man, after the Jimmy, the what's his name, Jimmy Graham route. Look,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta pay me as a kick return. You gotta pay me as a running
Everything.
back,
Running
wide
back.
receiver. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact,
Yeah.
you said the coach mate. I need coach.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out
Matter
to
of fact, just give me 50% of the 49ers.
yeah, facts. Definitely, definitely be putting in work, bro.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this sets up for this weekend. 49ers advanced to the NFC Championship game. So far, we have the Bengals and the Niners, which will take us to Sunday. Sunday, which was we got the good finishes on Saturday, but we lacked the points. On Sunday, we got both and both. Um, the Rams traveled to Tampa Bay to take on the ageless Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, and what would be a blowout turned to a classic. After jumping out to a 27-3 lead, I mean, game is over. People saying the game over at halftime. Like nothing. Tampa Bay could get literally nothing going their way. No offense. Couldn't stop the Rams. And then what happens? The floodgates open. Tom Brady's doing his Tom Brady thing. Jalen Ramsey is getting torched. You know what I'm saying?
That was crazy.
Yeah, Mike Evans is all of a sudden one of the best wide receivers in the league again. And you blink and you look up, it's 27 up, and it even feels like Tampa Bay is going to find a way to steal this game. That is until Matthew Stafford, which I don't understand why the Buccaneers even blitzed on this play, but crucial third down. He finds Cooper Cup for a huge gain. There's one on one, and he's one on one with the safety, which it seems like the safety had a late start to even, try to cover this guy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Which set up a game winning field goal as time expired. This is the third game of this weekend that ended on the last play. Um, Now, what a way to lose would have been the 27-3 thing. That would have been a way to lose. But this kind of was worse than this. I mean, an L is an L in a sense. How did you feel about this game?
Man, this game was it was crazy. Like you thought Rams was about to just run away with this jump, and I'm like, I don't know, it's the only thing on, so I'm still watching. I'm just watching. And I'm like, oh shit, they fumble here from. Man, the Bucks really had an opportunity to steal this game. If
Definitely.
if 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 Tom Brady had probably a better offensive line and maybe he had AB or another weapon or Godwin or something like that, They won this game.
Right.
Because like even when they was getting the turnovers and good field position, Brady and that offense didn't have enough to capitalize like as much as they would have liked to.
Right.
And if they'd did that, man, they'd have won this game easily.
Hmm. So I guess the Antonio Brown saga did come back to bite him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But only probably because Godwin got towards ACL.
right. Yeah, if they
Um,
like I said, if they'd have had Godwin, they'd have been straight.
yeah. So interesting to see what happens in the offseason. We talked about Tom Brady earlier. So the NFC Championship game will be set. It will be San Francisco versus the Hollywood Rams. No, won't say LA anymore. We're gonna just say Hollywood. In the NFC West clash. NFC West is the best division in football. What do you think?
I can't really argue it. Like we talked about that earlier in the season when we talked about it on the podcast. We had like a lot of teams we thought could make it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Albeit we had three other teams, and
Well,
we thought we had Arizona on the outside looking in.
I believe we both had three teams from the NFC West making it.
Yeah, so yeah,
Yeah.
it's no secret we ain't hopping on bandwagons. We figured this was one of the best, if not the best, division in football.
Hmm. Which will lead us to the weekend cap, which will see the number 2 seed Kansas City Chiefs versus the number 3 seed Buffalo Bills. And this was fireworks pretty much all game, man. Back and forth, scoring touchdowns. Um, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes put on an absolute clinic as far as playing the quarterback position. Um, Before I get into the logistics of the game, just got to shout out I forget his first name. Gabriel Davis.
Yeah,
Yeah, who had the time of his life. Never heard of this guy before. You know, they have Emmanuel Sanders, they got Dawson Knox, the star-studded tight end, they got
Cole
Stephon Diggs,
Beasley.
Cole Beasley, and the number 5 option guy got 10 targets. He made 8 catches out of those 10 targets with 201 yards and 4 touchdowns. He had 8 catches and 4 of them were touchdowns. His longest was 75 yards. That means he scored on every other catch that he made. Um, this game was the epitome of classic football. Now if you're trying to teach a defense, you don't want to watch this. You don't want to show your team this game. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because the lack thereof. Defense got so bad as to Buffalo scored with 13 seconds left. Josh Allen is hyping the team up on the sideline, celebrating. Buffalo players are waving to the crowd. See you later. Um, they received the kickoff. Travis Kelsey, Tyreek Hill, they're in field goal range to send this game to overtime. Josh Allen calls tails, which is supposed to never fail. It fails. Chiefs get the ball. Drive, drive, drive. Kelsey in the end zone for a touchdown. Um, the backlash came from this game. I mean, every overtime game in a big moment, people, oh, both teams need to touch the ball, this and that, blah, blah, blah. We knew the rules. Everybody knew the rules. Buffalo's defense should have been well off holding these guys for 13 seconds. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's just no, they deserve to go on. Obviously, you feel bad. Josh Allen had a career game. Gabriel Davis, career game. Defense has to show up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, setting up Kansas City versus Cincinnati in the AFC Championship game. Well, what kind of feels like a bit of a throwback playoffs game? You know what I'm saying? That feels 80ish, don't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how'd you feel about this game?
Oh man, I just want to start off with a tidbit. I need to look it up and see how true it is, but it seemed like it had some validity to it. So, as far as the overtime rules, we were one of the teams that wanted to change the overtime rules.
Right.
And I say it seemed like it had some validity to it because if you remember that game we talked about earlier, with D4 stepping off sides,
Mm-hmm.
that game went into overtime. Tom Brady wanted to tip it. We never got the chance to touch that motherfucker.
Right.
And a team that wasn't in favor of changing overtime rules, you guessed it, the Buffalo Bills. I gotta look it up to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
But to go on to the game, man, this game was an instant classic. It kind of makes me mad though, because I love defense and I hate for it to go to this. It's me as a fan watching it. It was fun for y'all because some of y'all don't have no stake into it. But me, I want to get this game over with. I want to win it, go into the AFC Championship. You know what I'm saying? And granted, you got Patrick Mahomes on the other side, but like 13 seconds, that's tough.
Right.
And granted, this is the number one defense we're going against. I ain't saying I doubted them, but
You definitely
what I'm
doubted
saying?
him.
It's a percent. No, I didn't doubt them.
You did.
I played percentages. No, I didn't doubt them. I never said, oh, it's over. I never said it was over. You never heard me say it's over. You know what I'm saying? You think it looks grim. Like, God damn, 13 seconds, bro. Like, who the fuck would, you know what I'm saying? How the fuck you let motherfuckers go down the field in 13 seconds, bro? That's unexcusable, Mo. But, you know what I'm saying? Looking at videos of like the mic'd up and Travis Kelce noticed some things that the defense was doing. They was able to audible on the fly and get down the field, man. But Josh Allen earned like a lot of respect from me.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna jump him up or too crazy, but hey, man, this is stuff you need to do. You know what I'm saying, to move up the ladder to win championships and you know what I'm saying, cement your legacy.
All right.
Definitely a great game. But yeah, this game was tough. Instant classic, man.
Bills. When y'all start the scouting report for the draft and all that, all defense, baby, all defense.
It's crazy. It's like, yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
don't want to
crazy.
hear it. I don't want to hear it.
They got it's
I don't want
like
to hear it.
where do you
No,
go? They
I
maybe
want it
another cornerback
everywhere,
did was
everywhere.
it
We got to go everywhere.
what's his name was hurt? The Trayvon White, Tre'Davious White, whatever his name
Yeah,
is.
he's out for the season.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, they got two
got to
all
go and
pro safeties.
get another
How do
one.
you even let that happen?
Get
That's
another
just
one.
crazy.
We need clearly we need three. That's what the chart say. Hey, 2K need three. Get us a couple linebackers. They got a Buffalo's defense. They got a lot of set in stone position players. You know what I'm saying? Like even when you look at their safeties are great safeties, but they're just like they're model safeties. You might need to go get like one of those hybrid safety linebacker type dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or something like that. Go get somebody on a D line that could generate like a nice little pass rush or something. I mean, that's a lot. Asking a lot of somebody you about to draft. But that's something I would look for. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I mean that's what you got to do to move your team up. Like, what's your weaknesses? That's what
Yeah.
you need to corner the market, whether it be draft or free
Free.
agency, to push
Yeah.
this team over the top. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Like windows are so short in the NFL.
Yeah.
And sports in general. You know what I'm saying? Take advantage if you got a good team, take advantage of it now.
Facts. Take a fly out on Green Bay. Allegedly, they're supposed to be releasing like Zadarius Smith and all of them because they 40 million over the cap and all that.
Yeah.
So that would be some nice players. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
For the right price, we got Bobby Wagner, Jamal Adams. You know what I'm saying? So when we'll take like Stephon Diggs and all that.
Oh boy.
But yeah, that wraps up this divisional round. Crazy, crazy round of football. And we'll let you get to the championship preview.
Championship preview. Championship Sunday, as they call it. I know you
Mm-hmm.
wanted your boy to play in the night game. And I thought if we won and they won, I thought for sure he'll get it because you know what I'm saying, we always that headline team, but I guess we just no match for Hollywood and them. But for the first game on Sunday, January 30th, 3 o'clock A rematch
Mm-hmm.
from earlier this year. The Bengals traveled to KC, the Kingdom. I think last time we played them, we was in Cincy when we played them. So now they got to come travel to us. And what looks to be a hostile environment for Joe Burrow, because comments surfaced that these stadiums ain't too loud, man. I played in the SEC,
Yeah. Well,
so that's what he thinks. And I'm saying Chief Kingdom, man. The Kingdom, they don't like that, man. So they gonna make this a hostile environment for the boy. But what you think about this game, though? And who you got?
You already know who I'm going with, baby. You know what
Chiefs. Okay,
I'm
my
saying?
boy, my boy.
Look,
He want Burrow to do good, but he going with the Chiefs,
if
my
you
boy.
listen to the podcast last week, I picked Burrow to win, and I wanted Burrow to play against the Chiefs. Like I didn't want Buffalo. We want
Damn.
we want we want Patty, man. Now, the beat a man, you got to beat the man. And we want the Patty. Even if he don't get Patty this year, we want to show Patty that this the real nigga you're going to be seeing for the next 10, 15 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I seen the comments about the whole, not being rattled thing. I mean, honestly, he that's the way he plays. Like he's not rattled. He got sacked 10 times, still put up damn near what 400 yards, 400 something yards. Um, I do kind of feel like in the college environment can get a little crazier than the NFL environment. Depends on where you're playing at. You know what I'm saying? Um, I do feel like it's like way more hostile can be in college because niggas got the bands and all that type of stuff. It's a lot of fans. So at the end of the day, Joe Burrow is just one of those guys. He's not. He's like Herbert. They're not gonna get rattled no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So you can say stuff like that. I'm going Bengals, man. I'm been with Joe Burrow since LSU, man. We riding it out, man. Only way I pick against Burrow is in the Super Bowl against like the Seahawks or something, man. Other than that, take it over, my brother.
Okay, it's no secret. You know who I'm going with. I'm riding
No
with my
Beezy.
team. I'm riding with my team, the Kansas Chiefs. And it wasn't too wrong with what he said. You know what I'm saying? That's how he feels, how he feel. But, you
Ain't
know what
no,
I'm saying? Adding that
hey,
gasoline to the fire,
man,
man.
that ain't no real
We gon'
bulletin board
we gonna
material,
come out
man.
there. We gonna come out there ready to let them hit, boy. It's
Nigga,
already a tough, hostile environment to play in.
is it?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
sir. Look it up. Yes, sir.
Look it up, though.
Yeah, man. We looking for a little bit of revenge after
Mm-hmm.
Jamar Chase completely embarrassed us
Part
late in the
two,
season.
part two Sunday.
Hey, man. Can't let that happen, man. You can't let the others get off. Man, we gonna have to get up on them early.
The
You know what I'm
others,
saying?
though.
Yeah, the Higgins and the what's the other
Well,
nigga name?
that's the others. So those niggas might be in trouble, man.
I know. It's funny you say that, right? So I'm arguing. I think I told you earlier about the whole arguing with fans on the Chiefs message board,
Mm-hmm.
and they like completely like what I'm saying, shitting on the Bengals, like saying, "Oh, Jamar Chase the only elite receiver they got." Yeah, he might be the only elite nigga, but they
Yeah.
got some other good guys on that passing side of the ball, like with Higgins. What's the other nigga
My
name?
man, CJ Uzama, the tight end.
He was almost. What's the other wide receiver? They got Higgins
Oh,
and
Tyler Boyd.
Tyler Boyd. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like, bro. I'm like, we just got killed by a nigga named Gabriel Davis, bro. Like,
Mm-hmm.
come on now.
Oh, so I was what's the latest on Honey Badger?
Oh, I just seen it across the screen and it said Andy Reid is optimistic that he will be cleared in time to play
Okay, no.
Sunday.
All right, cool. No man, you can get this work too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit! He talking shit.
That's cool. Hey,
But
so I know I
I
know
try to
you
be
want
like,
around words got a little wager or something. I know
no,
niggas got.
oddly enough, that's kind of what I was about to get into. I'm like a reserve fan, like, you know what I'm saying? Especially when I'm with the Chiefs now. We
Mm,
ain't got no rivals with nobody, so I can chill. I can enjoy the game. I don't got to worry about trash talk, unless it's like some of my friends just trolling me or whatever. But it feels good to be like this, though, man. Like leaving that cold Cowboy fanhood alone, man.
yeah.
Feels good, man. But yeah, I just hope we can go ahead and pick up this victory, man, and move on to the quest to get Patty number 2, man.
Okay. Or the quest to get Joe Beasley number. Oh, and the answer your the statement earlier. I believe because the NFC West is on the West Coast, that's why they get the later game.
Okay.
Yeah, because of the 3 hour difference. I kind of feel like it maybe if Green Bay could have won and they was hosting the game, Chiefs probably would have had that jump.
Okay. Makes sense. And I'm moving along to said NFC Championship, another rematch. The third, the trilogy for this year. The 49ers, who have had the Rams number,
Sweep.
go into the Hollywood
Mm,
Rams Arena
so
to take
far.
them on SoFi.
So
That
far.
thing, that thing be so fire. All them goddamn celebrities be in that thing,
Hey,
man. You don't
star
know who gonna
studded.
show. Yeah,
Got Michael Buffer, the ring announcer.
no bull. It's a
Great,
show. It's a show.
greatest show on turf. Oh no.
Yeah, to take on the Rams, man. This is gonna be a doozy right here. But who do you have?
Mm. All right. So going Bengals, you know. I'm going San Fran, man.
Ooh.
um, like you said, San Fran's had the Rams number. I know beating them 3 times in a row in the same season. It's just it is virtually impossible if you look up the analytics, but it's a divisional game, man. If anybody can do it, somebody from the division can do it. You know what I mean? I know Rams is a sexy pick. The quarterbacks, they're both risky. You know, you can trust Matt Stafford a little more than Jimmy G, but I don't know, man. Just the defense. You know what Matt Stafford and them gonna do. You already beat them twice. You got Debo, Kyle Shanahan. He's gonna know how to scheme around like Aaron Donald and the boys and stuff like that. Like it really should be a good game. You know what I'm saying?
It will be.
Yeah, this really should be a good game. I'm going with San Fran in a monumental upset. I'm going 80s Super Bowl, man. Bengals and 49ers, man.
Okay. And like we both went in different end of the spectrum. I am going the Rams, man. Like
Mm.
you said, it's tough to beat a team 3 times in 1 year. I don't think it happens here. I think LA want to be another team. This will be like the second year in a row a team host the Super Bowl and be in it and shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I think
San
Tampa
Fran.
did it last year.
Mm-hmm.
So damn. So once we beat the Bengals, we got to deal home field advantage again. Damn, ain't that a bitch?
Y'all can say, hey, I do win. And the Rams win. I guess I should whoop in Hollywood.
Oh, you think so?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that. But yeah, man, I think though, even though I'm not really high on the Rams right now, I wanted to say that last we talking about the review. God
Mm-hmm.
damn, they just played so bad to let them people back in the game.
I
I
don't,
that
I don't,
definitely kind of like
I don't,
soured on me or whatever.
I don't think I don't think you know what you're up against, man. That's just it's just spooky if the Rams win because you gotta think they're gonna be at home in the Super Bowl. Super Bowl halftime show gonna be Dr. Dre and Kendrick and all of them Cali niggas. Like, oh, that's just I don't know,
It's gonna
man.
be spooky, man. But hey, man,
They gonna be spooky. I don't
yeah, it's definitely gonna be spooky, man. But yeah, I'm gonna
know.
go Rams here, man. I'm definitely gonna go
Yeah,
with Rams.
yeah. I got San Fran. We'll see. And plus, you know, my fiance Bailey a San Fran fan, so you know, I got
Oh boy.
I gotta support her. You know what I'm saying? She might fuck around, be at the game or something. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it is what it is. So, do we have anything else before we get into these what the f facts?
Oh yeah, I want to give a shout out. I wanted to do a topic, I forgot about it, but like I said, it got to be a whole topic.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Kanye. Hopefully, he does right by him. Sometimes he kind of screws over the people he uses
Mm-hmm.
for his endeavors. But he will be teaming with the Skid Row Fashion Show, and he plans or he wants to use homeless residents as models. So that'll
Mm.
be a nice look if done right for some homeless people. You know what I'm saying? Get some good
Mm-hmm.
meals, good baths, and hopefully a nice paycheck to
Yep.
go along with it.
And maybe some good experience, and
Yeah,
you know, remotivate and drive if that's what you need to
right.
get back
Maybe they
going.
can end up being a model. You know what I'm saying? Somebody maybe get them opportunity.
Yep. Yeah. Shout out to Kanye for that. That's dope. Um, was that it?
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. What was you saying about earlier about Future executive
Oh yeah, I
producer?
was going. Yeah. So he's going to be dropping Donda 2, and Future is slated to be the executive producer. And it's crazy, right? Because like the two styles clash a little bit,
Definitely.
and with Kanye being this creative genius to relinquish that to somebody else and someone who's not even a renowned producer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's kind of
Se-
crazy.
se-
I'm definitely interested to see.
se- Seems like just a favor.
Yeah, and it's like me thinking, right?
Mm-hmm.
So hear me out here. He's been going through his whole little thing with Kim, right?
Okay.
What if he's doing this just to get some of the Toxic King's energy?
Mm. And that would be something. I would be open to it. I would be open to that though, because I would take future style music in the form of Kanye though.
Yeah, I definitely want to hear what they can cook up and shit.
The opposite of 808s and heartbreaks.
Hmm.
Yeah. When is I mean, so if he's saying it this early, when is Dawn the Two supposed to drop? That
That I don't know. Who never know with Kanye. This motherfucker be working on shit forever.
yeah. 3 years from now.
Right.
Yeah. Shout out to Kanye, man. We know we gonna listen, man. So we'll get into these what the F facts. So I got two slight jumps again, you know what I'm saying? And I guess going forward, if I ever feel like I have like a slight jump, I just go ahead and throw two in there to sweeten the pot, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So they're both dealing with nature and animals of the sea. So the first one is about dolphins. And we all know dolphins are mammals or whatever. And they could basically they're like a fish or whatever, so they swim, blah blah blah, and then they can hold their breath for an exceptionally long time. Occasionally, they have to come up to breathe though. So because of this, they can't just stay underwater, 24/7. They have these mechanisms in their brains as to where their brain takes like shifts. You know what I mean? Like a dolphin's brain will never fully stop functioning. It'll either be half or both halves will be completely functioning at the same time. So due to that, so when they go to sleep, they'll have a sensor in their brain to make their bodies go up to suck in air. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yep. I was just thinking that when you said that.
So that way they ain't got to worry about eventually drowning and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a
That's
cool,
sweet. Yeah.
yeah, it's a cool little tidbit on them. Second one is about blue whales and how heavy they are. So we all know whales is like super huge and they weigh a lot and blah blah blah. So the blue whale is super duper heavy. This says that the average blue whale weighs the equivalent of 4 elephants, and that the average blue whale's tongue weighs the equivalent of one elephant in itself.
Damn.
Dang. Could you imagine having a tongue that weighs the size of an elephant?
Right. Shit.
So that's your tongue weighs the size of an elephant, and then the rest of you is the size of 3 elephants. That's how much you weigh.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. So those are my two what the F facts for the day. What do you got, my brother?
All right. So, you know how me and you are both music lovers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we always kind of wonder like some crazy stuff about like music and stuff like who wrote what or whatever and stuff like that, who
Mm-hmm.
produced what and stuff like that. So I seen this while I was like looking for topics, and it was like a list of like notable songs who with the hits were maybe intended for somebody else or almost made it to someone else. Or like people turned them down and shit.
Okay.
All right, so the first one is Beyonce's Halo. Halo almost made it to singer Leona Lewis. I don't know if you remember her. She had like this one hit song back in the day. It was like a brick ago. It had to be like probably like almost like maybe like 15 years ago.
Okay.
But
Definitely don't
almost
remember.
went to her. She's like I think she's like a Britain songwriter or whatever.
Okay.
Super fine jump. But it almost went to her because Beyonce was taking too long to record it. So the songwriter almost gave it to Leona Lewis and shit.
Mm.
So that's one song. The song, according to SWV, Charlie Wilson passed the song along the single Week to them in 1992.
Oh
But
wow.
reportedly, he wrote the song for Shantae Moore. I don't know if you remember Shantae Moore from back in the day.
So what? She didn't want it,
Uh,
or or like I don't.
I don't know. It don't say. It just say it
I
was
don't know
intended
what
for her.
the hell is
I
wrong with
guess.
y'all?
Yeah. I guess. Yeah. So. I guess it'd be kind of tough because, like, when you hear it's somebody else singing the Joan or whatever, they might not bring the Joan to life. So, like, oh, nah, I don't know. I ain't really messing with that Joan. So, yeah, Shantae Moore declined it for whatever reason, and it went to SWV.
And went on to become their biggest hit, so to speak.
Right.
It's like hard because it's like now for regular songs I get it, but these songs that you hear, Beyonce didn't have to sing Halo for me to know Halo would be a hit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like now, maybe the Weak song is different because maybe if Charlie Wilson did like a demo track and it's a dude saying it.
About five messed up on it. Charlie Wilson passed on it as well. Brian Morgan wrote it for Shantae Moore. Shout out to Charlie Wilson. He passed on it and it landed with SWV.
Yeah, well, I
But
get why.
still, yeah.
I get why Charlie would pass on it. Like I don't.
Right. I was about to say, I was like,
That's
what the
Josh
fuck?
Suss.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh Suss would be weekend and knees I can hug. I don't know if you change it around and you talking to a female, I guess
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know, but that it's certain. Yeah, I just don't know. Certain songs
Yeah.
you can hear, you just know it's like, all right, this is it right here.
That definitely was on the charts at #1 back in 1992. Like you
Of course,
said, one of their biggest hits.
that's one of their biggest hits, definitely. Yeah, like people still play that now. You know what I mean? The Beyonce thing is kind of wild. Like you're gonna give somebody a song and then you're gonna give them a deadline too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like hold on, bro. Like you said, I can have this. Like I can record when I want.
But you know what I'm saying? Like these people shopping at a song, they want that money. Like he probably knew what he had. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
hey
facts.
man, yeah,
It's a hit,
yeah,
and he damn sure probably cashed out way more than he would have if other son would have got it. You know what I'm saying?
right. Yeah, definitely would have. Yeah, definitely
Yeah,
cashed
because
out more.
I'm thinking like, all right, granted, like you said, he need the money, but Beyonce around Halo, like, be patient with her. Like, that was already Queen B.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? She had the beehive and everything by then. So nah, you be patient with her. You shop your other song, man. You
Right.
know?
In the meantime,
Yeah.
let that marinate with Beyonce.
Yeah, that's cool. Man, you passing around a hit song, man.
All right, got a couple more. The
Okay.
song SOS, which is Rihanna's song, was initially intended for her label mate at the time, Christina Milian.
Oh, I could picture her doing that too.
Yeah, Christina Milian was hot at that time with the
And
little dip it low.
she was fine as hell.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that would have worked for Christina Milian.
This one, it might would have, this might have went off with her, but it's just so hard to see these songs with other people. So, according to Yahoo, the track was originally written for Britney Spears, but she passed on the track. It was given to Khalees, and the 2004 hit went on to be Grammy nominated. And this single is Milkshake.
The thing is that I can see her doing that. I can see Brittany doing that.
Yeah, I'm about to say, now that I think about it, that song
Yeah.
probably will go over in the pop world.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's like a pop, that's like a white girl song. Yeah, I can see Britney Spears doing that. Damn, Brittany, you got the milkshake?
But Brittany probably had all that shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. She was like,
Probably
was she
went
doing
in.
like edgier stuff? I don't
I,
know, but
I mean,
she should have took it though.
yeah, but you can take. I'm like, to me a hit would have been a hit. Like, if I'm doing a bunch of gangster shit, and then somebody come to me with like some little some type of Nas type of song, but it's a hit though. Like, yeah, let me get that done. Yeah, niggas just gonna see a different side of me. Fuck it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Damn,
All
Brittany, that's
right.
crazy.
The 2004 hit was written for Pink, but she passed on the song.
Come
It
on.
then went to Hilary Duff, but was also turned down. Eventually, Kelly Clarkson was given the song, and the single peaked at number 2 on the Billboard charts. This song is Since You've Been Gone.
And you said Pink turned that down?
Pink turned it down first, Hilary Duff turned it down, and it went to Kelly Clarkson. Since you've been
And you said in 2004. Hold on. Hillary Duff wasn't no that wasn't Lizzie McGuire in 2004.
I guess not.
Oh man, we died old, ain't we?
That's the year I graduated.
I think I was in 10th grade in 2004. Nah, probably ninth going to 10th because I graduated 2007. Hey, wow. Well, if she wasn't Lizzie McGuire, she probably ain't know no better. So we'll give her a pass.
Mm-hmm. And this one, you kind of got to give him a pass too, maybe. According to The Dream, Chris Brown almost got the track, but executives want him to change up the song because Brown was a young artist at the time. Dream decided not to and give it to Jay Holiday. The song landed number 1 on the charts for 5 weeks straight. This song is bad.
Put to the bed. Yeah, I can see Chris Brown doing that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I can see him doing that. I wonder how they wanted him to change it up.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. They probably just want to make it more kiddie. I might skip this one right here. I'm gonna skip that one.
Okay.
All right. According to Billboard, the hit single was meant for Michael Jackson, but he turned it down. Justin Timberlake landed the track, and it peaked at number 5 on the charts. This
Butterflies.
song is "Rock Your Body."
Oh no, you said Justin Timberlake. Rock Your Body. So that was from Michael Jackson. I heard he turned out a bunch of songs.
Yeah, yeah. I know niggas probably writing hella shit trying to get it to him.
Hey, Mike, I wrote your whole album, Mike.
Right. I got the one, Mike. I got the one.
Yeah, dang. Yeah. I bet he probably got like a crazy list himself of stuff he done turned down. Yeah,
I was just thinking about that about Beyonce too. So when I
Right.
get the chance, I'm gonna look up and see what songs they both turned down, or just more lists in general and shit.
And
Like I love shit like this.
and that could be like a reoccurring thing on each podcast whole team.
Right.
Because I like that type of shit too. Because I'm just trying to think like So when you shop in the song, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe what's the thought process to be like, all right? I mean, obviously we know, all right, let's shop at the mic. I get that. But when Mike turned it down, what make you be like, let's try Justin Timberlake? Like, how does he come up?
Shit, you probably just try and shop into the best suitor. You know what I'm saying, for the song, and especially the more money or whatever. You
Right.
know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay.
That would be my thinking. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you making certain songs, like try to make geared towards multiple people who can fit. And like I said, you aim for the stars, find amongst them. What's the you aim for the moon? Aim about
Uh-huh.
yeah, land amongst the stars.
Yep.
And the last one,
Okay.
written by Ja Rule, the song was intended for TLC's 3D album. Feeling that the song was similar to singles in the past, the group decided it wasn't a good fit. The Mary J track landed number 7 on R&B charts. This song is Rainy Days.
Oh, the John with him and Mary J.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, one of my favorite songs of all time is that song.
I about to say, I know Ja Rule is one of your favorites.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs of all time. Um, and not even being biased, there's no way you could have heard that and not think that would have been a big hit.
Yeah.
No matter what kind of, I mean, I get it. You know, they had that was them that did the waterfalls and stuff, right?
Right, yeah.
Um, I guess I would have looked at it from a different perspective because they do have a part in the song where it's like, you know, we told you don't go chasing waterfalls and stuff like that. But that would have fit better with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that could have been like you paying homage to one of your earlier hits
Right.
in the midst of a hit song.
Yeah.
Like, and then especially them going through all the stuff that they ended up going through anyway. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, like some of this stuff now, like I said, I don't know if it's the hindsight kicking in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like we know what these songs did. Like, damn, you turned this down? Like how we feel like with Ja Rule turned down fucking Fast and the Furious and shit.
yeah, that's true. And,
Like you tripping.
yeah, but I'm like,
But like you said, that like that John
he,
just made
I'm
too
like,
much
bro,
sense.
he sung it in the top charts,
Yeah.
and we know how his singing is. You know what I'm saying?
Like granted outside of like some stuff, like people might not think it might not be a hit. And then you think some of these people, granted, I don't know what TLC was at that time when the 3D album came out, but like sometimes you think like some of these artists are just so big they think they can afford to be picky or some shit like that.
That's true too. I guess.
I don't know, but like you said, like them niggas is tripping, bro.
Yeah, I just kind of feel like if we was artists, I kind of feel like we would have different mindsets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but like I think it's bound to happen. Like some shit probably get away from us too.
I would have to be like super flooded.
Yeah, like you said, like I want to hear more demo tapes and shit. I don't really hear too many demos and shit. You know what I'm saying? I think the only time I heard like certain demos, like when they leaked the joint for Drake and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, like if they get like somebody who sung like I think one of the ones I skipped is like it was like a song for Anita Baker, but I think she just let it go because the person singing it was Tony Braxton, and Tony Braxton did so good. He said she was like, "Nah, man, let her go ahead and keep that jump."
Oh,
But like if
okay.
it's somebody who's like
That's
real renowned
nice.
singing it and shit,
Yeah.
then yeah, it's like no way that John should get away. But if it's like somebody who's not good at singing it and they don't bring it to life, then maybe I can kind of see. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but
Yeah.
that should be wild though.
Yeah, don't you say? I'm like the note with Pink, and I'm like the song just bouncing around and
Said you
shit.
big
Yeah, I'm like a number
Oh,
one
I'm
on the
gonna
chart
listen to
shit.
that type of music. I know that motherfucker.
Like, niggas got the joint just bouncing around though.
Yeah.
Like
It
what?
be a lot of that shit, yeah. Like it be a lot of that shit in that industry, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's man, excellent job on that. Like I like stuff like that too and shit.
Appreciate it. Yeah, that shit's fire. I knew that'd be a good thing because like we both love music and like we talked about that before. Like we wondered the insides and outsides of the music shit and how shit happened and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Like me hearing that kind of list, if you was to go become an artist, a nigga be scared to let something go and shit.
yeah. That's why like a lot of artists be like or songwriter I should say. Like I hear like people like Seven Streeter. She's a songwriter
Mm-hmm.
and she be like, man, it'd be so hard for her to let songs go because she just love them and shit. So she like harbor like a lot of that shit. You know what I'm
Yeah, I get it. I get it. You make a little precious little hit song or something.
saying? Yeah, then come your baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, excellent, excellent. But is there anything else you need to do? Shout out anybody?
Nah, shout out Kanye. That's about it.
All right, all right. So this has been another Head for the Hills podcast, and we out.
Bye.